Let me get my chat going. Happy Friday. TGIF. It is the last Friday. Let me adjust my camera a little bit. There we go. It is the last Friday of 2023. Oh my goodness. Huge celebration, right? Big day. So I'm so excited to be jumping on here with you. I'm going to try to keep this as short as I possibly can, but I want to dive in and share some what I feel like is the most important information with you as we are driving into this new year and on this last Friday of 2023. We're going to celebrate for a minute. We are getting ready to say goodbye to 2023 and hello to 2024. So exciting. So, as you're jumping on here with me, let me know where you're watching from. Oh, I see Chile, Florida. Hello, Carrie. Happy New Year, everybody. Yes, we are chilly here today, too. Northeast Georgia and Eastern Tennessee is getting snow, which I'm so jealous. So, no snow for us, though, but that's okay. Maybe that means we will get some this year. That would be amazing. All right, ladies, again, I have so much I want to share with you today. I'm just going to jump right in, dive in, and get started so we can work through this today. Oh, Carrie said no snow there either. I'm going to do a snow trip. I just don't know where or when yet for this year. All right. So I am coming to you live. I'm not in my studio today. I am back at Francis's house. It's a little closer to my house. We are getting ready to load up. My big Jeep's already on the trailer strapped down so that we're going to head out and welcome the new year out with our Jeep. So I'm so excited. Hello, Pat. We got Georgia, Virginia. Hello. Let me know where you're watching from, ladies. All right, I'm going to just jump in and get started. Again, so much to share with you today for this. A little bit of hashtag hard truth, setting ourselves up to get the best out of 2024 and this amazing new year. So I am just going to dive in, get started, work through this. If you have any questions come up, I will come back over, check out the chat as we're going through this as well. But I just want to dive in, get started. So we're just going to jump in. And again, let me know where you're watching from as you jump on here today. Happy Friday. Happy last Friday of the year. Oh my goodness, so exciting. So we are diving into one of my favorite classes. We are diving into the hashtag hard truth, why New Year's resolutions fail. Oh, what? Am I really talking about this? Absolutely, ladies. This again is one of my favorite times of the year. I love bringing forward the personal growth and development, especially because it is fueled from our Jeeps. I love it. So I'm excited to jump into this. I feel like this is such an important conversation and class to have together on this last Friday of 2023 and getting ready to drive into the new year in 2024. And we want to do it set up for success. That is my goal with this class and this hashtag hard truth I'm sharing with you today is I want you to have success. I want you to have the best 2024 possible where you're living your best life, chasing adventures, connecting to yourself, taking care of yourself, putting yourself first, all of those amazing things. So this is one of those hashtag hard truths we need to talk about before New Year's Eve and people start to set New Year's resolutions because 80% of every New Year's resolution that is set fails. And we're going to dive in right now and we're going to talk about why that is. And I'm going to share with you some tips, some tricks, and some mindsets to help set you up for success so that that is not you for this new year. All right, so what are you going to need today? As part of this class, you're going to need 2 pieces of paper and a pen. Yep, we got some homework going on. So welcome to the hashtag hard truth, why New Year's resolutions don't work and how to succeed in this new year with these tips and tools. So now you might be sitting there going, Everyone makes New Year's resolutions. This is something as old as time. But let's dive into this. Why do most New Year's resolutions fail? There's so many different reasons, but the biggest reason is you don't really want or have the drive to do your resolution. Remember, we're doing some hashtag hard truths today. So, reality is the number one reason New Year's resolutions fail is when a New Year's resolution is set, you don't really want to do that. Or you don't really have that drive when it gets hard to push through to meet that resolution. Nothing wrong with that, but it's a hashtag hard truth that we're looking at today. So, why would a New Year's resolution fail? Maybe it's too broad or it's a typical resolution. How many people, let's talk about how many people have you heard that all say the same thing for a New Year's resolution? There's some of those that we're going to call, again, hashtag our truth here, your typical New Year's resolution, that sometimes people might feel like they need to say it, or they're going to say it half-heartedly because it's one of those resolutions that people put out for the new year. This year, I'm going to, you can fill it in. There's probably 20 that have just popped into your mind that probably, if you were at a New Year's Eve party, half the people there are going to say the same thing, right? So those are kind of your broad or typical New Year's resolutions, the ones that sometimes you just say them to say them. And you are trying to do it for someone else, not yourself. Again, number one reason New Year's resolutions fail. You're not invested, right? It's not something you really want to do. So if you are trying to do a New Year's resolution, set a New Year's resolution, make changes in your life, but you are doing it because you're doing it for someone else, not yourself, you're setting yourself up to fail. We have to set New Year's resolutions for us, for ourselves, what we really want. Because if you're trying to do it for someone else, or maybe you set a New Year's resolution that you think someone else wants you to be doing, you're setting yourself up to fail. You have no emotional attachment to the outcome. So if you're doing it for somebody else, or you've just kind of thrown out a New Year's resolution to say it, maybe you're like, oh, I'm going to try, we'll see what happens. That means you don't have that emotional attachment to the outcome. That is the actual key to success that we're going to dive into today. The greatest thing that you can do for yourself is to create an emotional attachment to the outcome and the change that you want to be bringing in to your life. So the word resolution itself is setting you up to fail. Wait, what? No, she didn't just say that. I did. Some hashtag hard truth here. The word resolution itself is setting you up to fail. So, what can you do to have success in the new year? Make changes, create changes in your life. And that is how you're going to succeed in 2024. It's not about making resolutions. It's not about making New Year's resolutions. It is about making changes, creating those changes, putting into words the changes you want to make for this new year and for 2024. So instead of using resolutions, we are going to look at making changes. That is how we are all going to succeed in 2024. We're not going to make resolutions. Don't make resolutions this year. We're changing that idea. Take a step back. When you hear somebody say, what's your New Year's resolution? Oh, I don't have any New Year's resolutions this year. This year, I'm going to create new habits. I am going to create new tasks. I'm going to have a plan of what and how I'm going to change things in my life. So we're taking a step back. We're letting go of this idea of resolutions, and we're looking at new habits, new tasks, and a plan, how we're going to create those changes and make those changes in our lives. So instead of resolutions, we're going to make a plan. We're going to have a new mindset or a way of thinking about things. That is so crucial. You can say out loud, you can really want whatever that change is, that resolution. I'm using quotes here, resolution, New Year's resolution, but without a plan and without a new mindset or a way of thinking about things, how are you going to make that change? How are you going to keep with that change? How are you going to have significant differences? So I'm using an example story because one of the biggest New Year's resolutions that we hear and that people say is, I want to lose weight. I want to get healthier. I want to get in better shape. That is 90% of people when they set a New Year's resolution. Somewhere in there, there is getting healthier, weight loss, getting in better shape. That is the number one shared New Year's resolution. And 80% of those people fail because 80% of all New Year's resolutions fail. So let's talk about that's not going to be you. So this was me long time ago. And I want to share with you an example of when we start talking about how to make the plan, how to make those changes, because I wanted to make changes. I wanted to get healthier again, and I wanted to be the me I used to be. I was missing her, but it was hard, right? Looking back at this point in my life, I felt down. I felt beaten down. I felt tired. I was depressed. I was unmotivated. I felt terrible about myself. I had lost all my self esteem, my fire, my drive, my confidence. There's no way I would have gotten up in front of a group of ladies to help coach them, let alone be live on social media, here on the internet, doing what I'm doing. Back then, I never could have imagined, thought about where those changes were going to lead me to. But it was hard when you're in the moment and you make a resolution or a shift or a change that you want to bring into your life. It is hard. For me, I had lost me. And it took me sitting down and making a plan and figuring out how to get that emotional attachment to my end goal to be able to make those steps forward. Because it's easy to say we want to make a change. It's easy to say that we don't want things to continue the way they are. But I'm sure you have all heard the quote that the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, but expecting different results. We have all heard that. And I'm going to say it again because this is so true when we start talking about changes we want to make going into this new year. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. So we need to hit that stop button. We need to figure out what changes to make because we can't keep doing the same things. We can't look at and think about this new year like we do every new year. What is going to be different? How are we going to make those shifts? So we have to make a plan. So you need to sit down and say, what is it that you really want to be your big change? We can't have 50. We can't set 50, resolutions or 50 changes that we want to make because we really can only concentrate on 1 to 3 things at a time. So what I'm going to challenge you for this new year that is rolling in, before we get there, which is only a couple days, which is so exciting, make a plan, but focus on one thing, just one. You might have a list of 20 things that you want to change going into the new year, 20 things you want different for 2024, 20 things that you want to consciously see different. But pick the biggest one, the most important one, the one that you feel in your heart, you feel in your gut, and that you want more than anything else. Just pick the one and make a plan. So when you go to make your plan, where are you right now? When I say, where are you right now? Really dive into that. Where are you right now? Emotionally, where are you? Mentally, where are you? Physically, where are you? How are you thinking about things? How are you feeling about things? What is your energy level? All of those things. Where are you right now? And then where do you want to get to? So, what is your ultimate goal for this? It could be weight loss and getting healthy. It could be changing relationships. It could be making big changes, moving, new jobs, whatever this is for you. And the biggest part, the biggest key, number one key to success for this is that emotional attachment. So, how would it feel to live in that new life with this change that has been made? So, instead of just saying, I want to make these changes, you need to build your emotional attachment to that change. So, you need to look forward how it feels to live in that new life with that change made. What's different? How how do you feel? Do you have more energy? Are you going out and doing things? You're excited to meet new people. You're sleeping better. What is it like in that new life? How is it different? So, what are you doing differently? Is it you got this new job and you love getting up in the mornings and you're so excited on your drive into work to get there because you absolutely just love what you do and you're passionate about it? You need to get into that, what it feels like, that emotion of what is now changed and different in your life. So you have to have an emotional commitment to living every day focused on what it feels like to already be there. So it's kind of like daydreaming for adults. Jump forward, whether it's you've lost 50 pounds, whether it's you've moved to a new state, you have found your dream job, jump forward to that and kind of daydream about what does that life look like and really feel like. And you need to do that every single day. Could be a couple minutes in the morning, couple minutes at night, but you're reminding yourself with emotions and what it feels like and owning what it will be like to be in that change. And you need to do that every day because that is the why. That's the why you're making the change. And honestly, when we talk about 80% of all New Year's resolutions fail, it's because you haven't owned the why. The why is the secret for the 20% that push through. Because when things get hard, and they're going to, you have to be able to dig down into that why. And that why you can tell yourself all day long, you can use words, but that's not enough. The why has to be an emotional, just raw gut connection to what that change has brought to your life. So for me, what I did is I wrote out what it would look like and feel like to be in this new place in my life. So I would be back to the me I wanted to be. I would love myself more. I would feel confident in me. I would feel good about myself when I went out and I went places and I'd want to go do more things. I would want to go to the parties. I would want to go to the school functions. I'd be excited and confident and feel good about being out there, talking to people. And I would like who I saw in the mirror again, feel attractive again, have more energy. Daily things would be easier. Just waking up, feeling more energetic, not being sore. And I would want to go out in public. That was a big thing for me. Uh, I am actually an introvert, believe it or not, and I can be really shy, especially in new situations and big groups. But a big thing for me was feeling confident in me for me so that I felt confident in who I was bringing forward and who I myself was presenting to everyone else. And that was important for me. And it's not what you look like on the outside, it's how that feels inside, right? How you feel inside. And that is so important. So for me, it was being the best me that I could be. So I could do it for me. And I told myself, I'm worth it. I am amazing. And who I become is the most important thing. And I wanted to feel more love, not more love from other people. I wanted to feel more love for myself. So those were my whys, my emotional attachments. So once you have connected to your why, you have an emotional investment, then you have to think about your new mindsets. So for me, my mindset was this is not forever. I can do it for 60 days. That's not that long. And then it'll be over and I'll be the me I want to be. And it's only for a short time, and it might be longer than that. But looking at things in small increments, I always recommend one day at a time, just focus on today. And don't tell yourself, I'm going to have to do this for a month or 6 months or a year, or I'll never get to eat that piece of cake again, or have that soda again. Or when we start limiting ourselves, that doesn't feel good. So instead of saying, I have to go work out 3 days a week for the rest of my life, or I need to be in the gym 4 days a week, it's all right, I'm going to go to the gym today, just for today. If I don't go tomorrow, we'll see what happens. Then you wake up the next day, just for today. Tomorrow is tomorrow. I'm not even going to think about it. Today is today. Pretty soon, it gets much easier to live in that just for today. For any change we make, we don't want to look at, I am making this change for the rest of my life, whether it be quitting drinking, quitting smoking, getting off drugs, whatever it may be. Instead of saying, this is for the rest of my life, I will never have a drink again. It's just for today, I'm not going to. Because when we start to look at this long-term limitation that we're putting on ourselves, we're setting ourselves up to fail. So we need to look at everything in a short-term mindset, just for today, just for the month of, and then you start to expand. But it's almost like the words that we tell ourselves trigger our own responses. And then commit. So live in the new feeling of already being there, see it, feel it, think about that daydreaming, and stay in your new mindset and remind yourself all the time of the new way of thinking or looking at something. So you're looking at already having the change made, daydream about what you're doing different in your life, how it feels, and then remind yourself, just for today, I'm making this change. And then reward yourself. Celebrate every win moment along the way. And there is nothing too small to be considered a win. I know sometimes we think we have to have this big, huge change to have it be a win, but it's not. It's every little step along the way, every little choice that we make. When we make a great choice for ourselves, we have to reward ourselves because it's so much easier to cheer someone else on, be there for someone else. And it's hard for us to do it for ourselves, but we have to do it for ourselves. Because again, when we're talking about finding that digging down in ourselves to make changes, to form new habits, shift things, make hard decisions, take some big chances or risks. We have to do it all from inside for ourselves. So if we can't reward ourselves, celebrate ourselves, give ourselves a pat on the back, we're not feeding that relationship we have with us. We're not feeding our own soul. We're not taking care of ourselves. And I know sometimes that can be the hardest piece because society has trained us, don't be selfish, put everyone's needs ahead of your own, all of these things. But that is not the truth. The truth is you have to take care of yourself first, and you have to have self-love as you do it. And don't give up. If you have a bad day, you can always restart, start over, and just remember that each day is closer to your goal, and each day closer is a win. So say you have a bad day, doesn't mean you're done and to give up. It means you had a bad day. So guess what? Tomorrow I'm starting over. I'm going to hit the reset button, and just for tomorrow, I'm focusing on this change. Just for tomorrow. And then start your just for tomorrow's over. There's going to be hard places, hard times, especially if we're making what we talked about today, focusing on the number one biggest change that we want for ourselves for 2024. There's going to be ups and downs, there's going to be hard times. So just remember, don't give up and just think tomorrow's another day. So remember to set your goal or the changes that you want to make for the new year for you. And it has to be something you really want. And then make your plan and live in the feeling of being there and don't give up. And I know that you will get there because if I can do it, then I know you can do it. And that is why I shared my story as an example that we all have moments, we all have things that we want to change, to shift, goals, and just know that I know you can do it. So this year will be the year because I struggled, I tried everything, and I know that you can do it too because I know you are strong, I know you are capable, and I am so excited because I'm sharing this with you and these tips with you and some of this hashtag hard truth today because I know it works. If nothing else, daydream, connect to the emotional side of your why. That is the biggest tip, that is the biggest mindset change that I can give to you to make sure that you are successful. And I'm telling you, I know it works. So you got this. So I want to take a minute to do an overview exercise together. So we're going to take a minute. We're going to get quiet. We're going to clear our mind and we're going to focus on right now. And at the top of your piece of paper, I told you to grab some paper and a pen for today because we have a couple of exercises I want to go through as we're getting close to the new year. At the top of the paper, I want you to write, where are you right now? And then under that, I want you to write, where do you want to get to? So what is your ultimate goal? And if you don't feel like you're ready to do this right now, right here, today, I want you to take this, I want you to write it down, and this is your homework between now and New Year's Eve. I have two things we're going to be working on for homework between now and New Year's Eve to help set you up to bring in the best year possible for you. And then I want you to write down, what does living your new life entail for you? So where you are right now, what is that big change, that shift, whatever it is for you? And then I want you to really go in depth into what does living your new life entail for you? Is it a new version of yourself? Is it a new circumstance for you? Is it a new place? Is it new people? And really go in depth as much as you can and spend as much time as you want to on this exercise. This is a powerful exercise to help give you that piece of paper that's going to show you your why and your connection and really focus in on how it would feel to live in that new life. So emotionally commit to living every day, focused on what it feels like to already be there. Already made this change and you're going to focus on what life is like now that you have made it. So I want you to no longer be one of the people who makes New Year's resolutions. And I want you to be the person who makes a plan. So you're going to have plan, then you're going to have action, and then you're going to have success. And you're going to have success for you in 2024. I'm your biggest cheerleader. That's why I'm sharing this with you today. And we're moving into my favorite exercise. So I want to share with you my favorite letting go and bringing in exercise. So you do need two pieces of paper for this and a pen. And you can always come back and revisit this. The replay of this is going to be right here waiting for you if you want to come back to do this. But I want to go through it with you because this is my favorite exercise and I do it every New Year's Eve to set up for the new year. So we're going to work on release and balance for moving forward into the new year because you must let go to move forward. So before we can move forward into creating our vision and focus for the new year, first we need to do a little garage cleaning, and that's what we're going to be doing. So the first thing that we have to do is we have to let go of the past. We have to let go of this year, the things that we don't want to carry forward with us into the new year, because be not the slave of your own past. So important as we start to be thinking about this new year. So what I want you to do is imagine, if you will, for a moment, the new year is a door and you are walking through it. So like I always like to think of it as like a big magical door. I loved some of the fairy tales when I was younger. So I like to think about like the big magical door. Maybe it's in a forest and it's this big door waiting. And how you feel when you walk through that door will determine how you feel on the other side. And it dictates what is on the other side of the door. So we need to make sure when we take our step through, we are stepping through how we want to feel on the other side of that door. And we want to walk through making sure we are setting ourselves up to have what we want on the other side of the door. So we're met with, for me, maybe it's a beautiful meadow and a bunch of animals, and, you're met with positivity. So whatever it is you want waiting for you on the other side. So I want you to close your eyes and imagine that you're standing at that door. And I want you to think about all the excitement and the possibilities of what is on the other side, because we can't see. We can't see what's on the other side of the door, but it could be anything. It's limitless, the possibilities. So we want to feel the excitement of what is going to be on the other side of that door when we open it. So now it is time to only bring with us what we want. Imagine it's no different than packing for a trip, packing for a move. What is it you want to bring with you? And what are the things you don't want to come through that door with you? You want them to stay back here on the other side. So when you close that door, they are sealed, they're sealed out, and they are stuck on the other side of that door in this year. So grab your first piece of paper. This is going to be our release of what we do not want to bring with us. So what we want to leave on the other side of the door. So imagine you're leaving all of that. It's not getting packed in your bag, and it is going to stay there. When you close the door, it is there. It's not going to make it through the door with you. And I want you to turn your paper so it's landscaped. So it is going to be longer than it is wide, and you're going to draw a line straight across. So it's going to look like this. So basically, this is the only thing I have. So instead of having it straight up and down, turn it sideways, draw a line straight across. At the top, you're going to write release and let go. Now you're going to cut the top in half again. We're going to write losses and hardships on the left side and lessons learned on the right side. So it's going to look like this. So you've now cut the top in half again. Left side is a list of losses and hard things for the year. On the right side is lessons or things that you learned. These can be positive lessons that you learn from hard situations. They can be, we're going to call them negative, maybe things that didn't feel great that you learned from these hard experiences that you went through. And now you're going to fill in that top section. So take a moment and really sit with this. So what losses or hard situations did you face or go through this year? That's going to be on the left side. So, what were some hard things? Were they hard situations? Were they just how you were feeling? What was that? And what lessons did you learn or take away from those? And again, the lessons can be positive or negative aspects. That is totally up to you. So once you have taken the time to fill in both of those sides, at the bottom, you're going to write down what you want to let go of and leave behind. So you've already taken the time to list out losses, hard things, negative experiences, lessons that you've learned for the year. So now, underneath that, with what you want to let go of and leave behind, these can be associated with anything above or something totally different. And when we're talking about what we want to leave behind, this can include negative mindsets or thoughts. It can be self doubt, stress. It could be particular people, particular situations, anything. And remember, this is just for you. No one is ever going to see this. So be honest, no judgment as you do this, and just think, all right, what do I not want to come through that door with me? What do I want to leave behind? And I want to stay here in 2023. And again, this is not about judgment. Don't start saying, oh, I can't believe that. Just brain dump it all down there. And again, no one's going to see this but you. So if it is, maybe there's some people you need to cut relationships with, changes you need to make. All of that's going to go there under the what you want to let go and leave behind. So you might be asking, why did we start with the negative aspect or what we want to let go of first? Because we want to rid ourselves of that first to allow us to then bring in the positives. I want you to imagine a glass of water. To make room for more water, you must make room in the cup before you can refill it, right? So if you don't drink your water and it's full, you're not going to add more water to it. That's what we're doing. We are pouring out the things that we don't want in our cup so that we can make room for the things that we do want to refill it. So we have a fresh cup and we're excited about it. So I want you to take that piece of paper once you have finished the exercise, and you're going to fold it up into small pieces. So you're just going to fold it and fold it and fold it. And as you fold it, I want you to imagine that you are letting go of all that stuff that you wrote on that piece of paper. So for me, I actually visualize all those things jumping off of me onto that paper, and like I'm trapping it in there as I fold it up. And then you're going to put that piece of paper aside for now. Take a moment, let everything roll off. You could take a break, come back to do this next part for bringing in, do them at different times, but make sure you do both of these before New Year's Eve. All right, so you're going to take your other blank piece of paper, has to be a different piece of paper. We don't want to put these on the same one. And again, you're going to draw a line straight across, breaking your paper into two pieces, and then splitting the top portion again in half to create the two boxes. So they're going to look the same, but at the very top of the paper, you're going to write bring in for the new year. So make a list of wins and accomplishments on the left side. And then write lessons or things that you learned. So what were your big wins for this year, your accomplishments for this year? They can be big wins and accomplishments. They can be anything. Because remember, anything, no matter how small, needs to be celebrated. So any win and any accomplishment. And what was a lesson that you learned from that accomplishment or that win for the year? And then at the bottom underneath that, you're going to write what I want to bring in for the new year. This could be associated with wins and accomplishments, or it could be totally different. So it could be a new relationship, a new job, new coworkers, going on adventures, traveling. What are things you want to bring in? Happiness, joy, positivity, more energy, sleeping better. There's so many things, and all of those are important. So it's going to be what it is for you, because we're all different. So we all don't want to say the same things because the same things aren't important to all of us. So take your time when you go through this. And again, allow yourself, no judgment and no saying, oh, that can't happen this year. That's not going to happen this year. Just throw it all on there, because part of that idea of walking through this door, not knowing what's on the other side, is you don't know what's on the other side. So don't talk yourself out of being excited and thinking about something. Allow yourself to be excited and to think about it. And allow that to be something that brings you joy. Even if you're sitting there going, okay, this isn't going to happen in 2024. There's no way. But instead of saying all of that, enjoy kind of daydreaming, living in that moment, thinking about it. Don't talk yourself out of anything as you're going through these exercises. So once you have filled all of this out, then we're going to move down, fill out the bottom. So again, as you're going through this, nothing is too big or too small. So now that you have finished this, you're going to take your piece of paper of what you want to bring into your life and you're going to start to fold it up. And as you fold this paper, I want you to think and feel all those things you want to be coming with you, or you want them waiting on the other side of that door when you open it. So think about all those things you wrote down. Feel all those things you wrote down. Imagine when you open the door, that is what is waiting for you on the other side of this new year. Once you have folded that paper all the way up, write a letter B on that paper and make sure that you can see it, because this is going to signify the paper that you want to use to bring into your life. So letter B. Because part 2 of this exercise, so your next step in this exercise is going to be on New Year's Eve. And you're going to take both pieces of paper and burn them. Yep, I said burn them. But again, there's actual process to this. So why do we burn them? So we're going to be talking a lot in the Drive Your Life and Ass Kicking Challenge about mental triggers and how the brain associates and then chemically responds to physical actions or acts. There is science behind this about when we see something, when we hear something, when we smell something, then how does that trigger reactions in our body? It is scientific. So this is a prime example. The actual physical release by seeing or watching that paper burn and disappear, it triggers a response in our brain that triggers in our nerves and a response in our body. So by seeing the paper burn and disappear, it has triggered in our mind that it's physically gone. As we watched it burn, it disappeared, it's no longer here. That is a super important mental trigger, especially as we're talking about moving into the new year and the things we want and don't want. So on New Year's Eve, you're going to take both pieces of paper outside or to your fireplace, and you're going to start with the release paper. So the paper that does not have anything written on it. And as you stand there with that paper, remember that you have trapped all those things, those feelings, those moments, those losses. Everything is right there on that piece of paper. No longer on you, no longer lives inside of you. It is now on this piece of paper. Light the piece of paper or throw it into the fire or the fireplace and hold that thought as you watch that piece of paper burn. So think of everything is burning with it. The mistakes, the guilt, the what ifs, the if I only. Everything that you've trapped on that piece of paper is now burning and you are watching it and you can see it and feel it disappear as it burns. And I want you to imagine that this is your new start. You are starting over without those feelings, without those thoughts. Those are no longer deep rooted inside here. You have now watched them disappear. So they're no longer attached to you. They're just memories. But they're not memories that you have deep down that you still have gut feelings about. You have just watched them. Everything that you've associated with it that you feel in here is gone. It burned. You watched it. Now it's just a memory. Then, once you've started with the first piece of paper, you're going to take your second piece of paper that has the letter B on it. So the things that you want to bring into your life. And take a moment to remember what those things were. So think about what you wrote down. And how does it feel? Or what would it feel like to have all those things in your life right now. So focus on what it would feel like and light that piece of paper. And as you watch that piece of paper burn, imagine all those words are jumping off the paper and they're landing on the other side of that door. So I want you to imagine they're all waiting for you when you open that beautiful magical door and walk into it on New Year's. So once you've burned your paper, as you ring in the new year, I want you just for a minute, you don't have to spend a lot of time, take a second. We all celebrate New Year's Eve, the clock strikes, Happy New Year, and take just a moment to close your eyes and imagine that you're standing back at that closed door. Imagine yourself opening the door, walking through, and feel all that negativity gone. It's no longer stuck to you. Feel the joy and the excitement of what you release and the excitement of what is on the other side of that door. What is your vision for what you see when you open that door? And imagine a new you, like a restart as you walk through that door, stepping to the other side, because this is your new year and your new you. So, like I said, I always like to imagine a magical door in the forest, big, huge door that I'm walking through, and then I shut it behind me. And again, feel that excitement of we don't know what's ahead or what's in store for 2024, but how we walk into that, what we expect, what we want to see on the other side needs to feel exciting, needs to feel like the sky is the limit. Whatever we want is going to be over there for us. So we want to walk through with excitement as we move into 2024. So you may ask why I shared this exercise with you today. Again, it's one of my favorites, but I wanted to make sure that you are ready to jump into the new year, your new life, and succeed in 2024. That is so important to me. So I know I just went through a whole lot kind of quickly. If you have any questions, just let me know. Oh, we got North Carolina. Oh, Shay, I totally understand. All right, so I'm going to share this one. Let me stop sharing my screen for a minute. How do I do that? Stop sharing screen. Oh, look at that button. All right. Shay, I know that is so hard. That would be a tough one is, it's hard to know how much longer your fight is going to be. But again, look at it as today. Thank you, Shay. Think of it as today so that, it could be so discouraging to say, I don't know how much longer this is going to be. How much longer do I have to be tough? How much longer do I have to be strong? How much longer am I going to have to keep doing this? Or I feel like I can't keep doing it any longer. So we have to let go of all of that. I know it's a hard one, but just say, all right, for today, because tomorrow could be better, just for today, because tomorrow it could be easier. And, I know when it's something that's out of our control, especially, it can be so hard to try to change the mindset on that. But that's all we have, right? What we can control is our mind and our emotions and our feelings. And of course, Shay, there's going to be anger and ups and downs and all of those things. And we're all here to support you, to cheer for you, to be there if you're having a bad day. We're a great community here for you, but it is that idea of, we can't always foresee something. We can't always control something that is ahead of us or that we're dealing with or we're having to go through. And that can be frustrating. It can be hard. And again, there are no good or bad emotions, right? This is something that I really talk about for like our ass kicking challenge that's coming up. So stick around for like 2 more minutes. I have some exciting news to share. But yes, it really is. And that's probably the hardest place ever, right? In life is when we are fighting through or dealing with something or having to figure out like why. what is happening? And there's anger and it's frustrating. That's normal and that's okay. But the idea is you still can control your happiness. And I know it's hard, Shay. And I know, again, when you're feeling like crap, when you're tired, when, it is so hard. But, it's that idea of just for today. And maybe tomorrow will be better. And we have to find some hope, right? Some light at the end of the tunnel, even if we need to create it ourselves and realize that that's what we have to do for us, right? And have a great support system. And I think you really do, Shay. All right, I'm going to jump back in. I know, again, I went about an hour for this, but this is one of my favorites. So go through this. We're almost done, I promise. What time is it? If you give me 9 more minutes, we'll be done, and it would be exactly an hour. All right, so we are going to continue forward because I have some exciting things I want to share with you. So what do we have in store for the new year? So stick around. Again, just give me a couple minutes, and I'm going to share with you because there's a lot going on. This is my favorite time of the year. I love the personal growth and development coaching. And I love that we are so lucky and able to utilize our Jeep as such a powerful vessel of change for ourselves. So this is one of my favorite times of the year. It's really getting to kind of hit that stop button, take a step back, look at us, focus on us, restart, and really, I always say it, but my goal for every single one of you amazing ladies is to be living your best life. Living your life for you, the best version of you, and the best life that you can create. So, we have our Drive Your Life Mastery program that has kicked off. We kick off full force in January. So, if you're on here, you are one of the amazing mastery coaching clients. You should have gotten some emails last night with usernames. I will be letting all of you amazing ladies know. I'm going to be letting you into so you have access to all of the courses, the Drive Your Life Resource Library, all sorts of things. Then we kick off in January our monthly coaching calls. And I saw all of you amazing ladies are in the private community group. So keep an eye on the group as well. If you have not joined us yet and you would like to, you want to go through 2024 with really focusing on you and driving your life, jump over ladyjeepers.live/coaching. Super easy. I try to make the links as easy as possible. But if you aren't looking for an entire year program and coaching, totally get it. But January 15th is going to be a big day. So I wanted to share with you what's so big about January 15th. January 15th, we are kicking off the ladyjeepers.com Ass Kicking Challenge. And hopefully Facebook doesn't kick me off for saying that word. But we're going to kick some serious booty as we start 2024. So we will be starting, of course, on a Monday. So it's Monday, January 15th. If you are one of our coaching clients or one of our educational members, you're already in there, you're already enrolled. If not, and you would like to jump in and join us, this is an 8-week focused challenge. And I'm so excited to be sharing this with you. Our kickoff will be Monday, January 15th. So excited. We do, each week is a different focus. Every day you get a different lesson and a different challenge for this 8-week challenge. So excited. If you don't know if you are in the challenge or not, I have some great exciting news for you because I am sure you are so tired of hearing me talk about my daughter. It has been kind of an ongoing saga for 2023 or the end of 2023. We had our final surgery before Christmas. Oh, so we are on the mend. But so in honor of my amazing daughter, Kylie, and the challenges that she faced, that she conquered, that she pushed through for 2023, as we're going into 2024, I am excited to announce that I am doing the Ass Kicking Challenge in honor of my amazing daughter, Kylie, for, I mean, just the challenges, being young to face that, to go through that, to be coming out the other side. Um, I wanted to do that in honor of her. So part of that too is I want everyone who is interested and wants to be able to partake, go through the 8-week ass kicking challenge, to jump in and to join us. So, in honor of my amazing daughter, I am doing a pay what you can or pay what you think it's worth. So you get to pick. If you jump over ladyjeepers.live/challenge, that is what we're going to be kicking off January 15th. I'm so excited. So if you're looking for a way to kick off this new year, maybe you don't want to do an entire year program, you just want a really good focused start to this year with mindset exercises, mindset tools, worksheets that we go through, planning, organizing, really taking time to focus on you and what you want for you for this year, then check out the challenge. And again, in honor of my amazing daughter, I'm doing that for her. It is a pay what you can or what you think it's worth. So jump over there. If you're thinking you'd like to be a part of this challenge, I would love to have you. Again, it starts January 15th. There's a countdown timer on there for you so you don't miss out. But as of January 14th, we do have to cut off being able to sign up and register for the challenge. So everyone is in the system, ready to go when we kick off on Monday, January 15th, because I want you to remember the sky is the limit in 2024. It can be whatever we decide to make it, what we want to create, and it can be whatever we have dreamed. So, thank you for joining me today. And from all of us at LadyJeepers.com, we wish you a happy new year, an amazing happy new year. I hope it is an incredible new year. And I hope you're going out to do something fun for your new year. Oh, thank you so much, Shay. I appreciate it. I'm breathing. Oh, good. Oh, Shay, you are amazing. Ladies, if you have any questions about anything that we have coming up, right now, again, favorite time of year, I love the coaching. So if you are interested, you have any questions about the coaching or the challenge, I will put links in here. Please feel free. If you jump over to ladyjeepers.com, just the main business Facebook page, and you message it, I get it. It comes, I have all my notifications. It comes right here. I'm trying to get better and set good boundaries. So if it's after 8 p.m. Eastern time, I'm probably not going to answer until the next day in the morning. If I'm up doing stuff, I probably, of course, will answer. But if you do have any questions, please don't hesitate to just shoot us a message or an email. So happy to chat with you, answer any questions. And if you're looking for anything particular for you as we're moving into 2024, don't hesitate to reach out, because not only are we starting on working on you and us and setting up this year, but then we're moving into so much amazing Jeep stuff too. So keep an eye out. There's so much that is going to be going on. Oh, Pat, thank you so much. I'm glad it was a great session. Like I said, this is one of my favorite ones. You know, debugging the myth of New Year's resolutions, a little hashtag hard truth, talking about why they don't work, and then making sure you have what you need so you don't make those mistakes and you have success. I want all of you amazing ladies to be one of the 20%. So at the end of this upcoming year in 2024, when we do our check-in, when we're getting ready for another new year, I can't wait to see the comments in here, because I want you to be one of the 20% who made changes, started creating the life that you want, living your best life, having adventures. And I feel like every one of you amazing ladies who is on here, because I'm seeing names on here, had an amazing year, whether it be some adventures here and there, some big adventures here and there. But I feel like every single one of you amazing ladies was out there living your best life, and having those adventures and making the memories. And that is honestly what life is all about. You know, we have responsibilities. We have to be adults. You know, we work hard. Um, but we hit points where remember that the most important thing is us and creating that life for us and doing those things for us because you know, we have one life to do all those things and we're meant to enjoy it. We're not meant to be miserable. We're meant to be out there sharing amongst other amazing ladies as we're doing so. So thank you to everyone who's here because you amazing. I'm looking through the names here on my screen in the comments. You amazing ladies are what helped to create that. You help to create that support network, that encouragement, and you bring forward and allow other ladies to see you living your best life. And that is inspiration for other ladies to get out there and do the same thing. Oh, yay, Pat said, this kind of thing motivates me to keep working towards what I want. Absolutely. That is what we're working on for 2024 in this new year is making sure we're doing those things for us because that's so important. So I hope all of you amazing ladies have fantastic New Year's and a happy, safe New Year and a holiday. Um, I would love to see you amazing ladies share some pictures, some photos, especially if you're out doing anything that is exciting for you. I would love to see and share with you. We are headed up to an off-road park for New Year's Eve. So I may or may not have service, but I will try to share while we are up there. It's going to be my daughter's first time bringing her Jeep. So this is a family thing. She has not been with us at an off-road event. Probably since maybe she went once when she had her driver's license at 16. She went a lot with us when she was younger. So she's going to be 21 this year. Oh my God, that's crazy. But so it's probably been 3 years since she's been with us at an off-road event. So I'm really excited. And she gets to have her Jeep there for the first time. So excited. So I'm going to try to get pictures and videos and share with everybody as well. So, oh, yay. I will, Michelle. We're headed to AOP. So big girl's already loaded on the trailer. Chad's Jeep's supposed to be fixed and making it up there because he broke it at RBD the first time or it's not the first time, but he took it out and had way too much fun and it broke and then I had to get fixed. So it's supposed to be there. So we'll see. I don't know if my daughter's Kylie's arm is quite where it should be. I don't know if she'll be able to get in and out of his Jeep to ride in it, or she should be riding in it right now. So we will see. I might have lots of amazing videos and photos after this weekend for you ladies. So have an incredible, safe holiday weekend. Do your exercise. I will be doing it with you. If I have service, I will jump on and do it with you. But service up there at the off-road park is hit or miss. So I will try my best. I can't guarantee, but I'm going to try to jump on if I'm able to. If not, I will be sharing stuff once we get home. But just remember, take some time for you, especially on this holiday weekend. Think about what it is you want to be bringing into this new year. Focus on that and enjoy yourself and have a great time. So can't wait to see you again. Thank you, Shay. And again, ladies, if you're watching this or you watch this as a replay, if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out. I want to make sure that 2024 is your best year as well. So we are here to support you in any way that we can as we move through this year. Don't forget, January 15th, we kick off the Ass Kicking Challenge. So excited. That is an in-depth 8-week challenge together and in honor of my amazing daughter, Kylie, her struggles, challenges, and making it through this year. We are doing something special that I've never done before. So if you're interested, all you have to do is jump over at ladyjeepers.live/challenge. Really easy. I try to make my links easy, but I'll share those in the comment too. I hope to see you Monday, January 15th, as we start our challenge together. Can't wait. I'm excited to see what this new year, I always get excited. What does 2024 hold? Sky's the limit. What are we going to create together? What are we going to do? And what are we going to make it? Because we have the power to help create what we want in this upcoming year. So I can't wait. I see some names on here. I know we have some good stuff coming up together, ladies. So I'm excited. We're going to see what we get to do in 2024. All right. Have a fantastic Friday, an amazing New Year's. Happy New Year. And I will see you next year. Bye, everybody.